said, and I'll add one additional factor, and that is new policing practices, and specifically new practices in how to measure productivity among police officers. Since the 1990s, there's been a huge emphasis on what's known as CompStat policing, which is a new data management system that tracks what do police officers do every day. And for anyone who's ever saw The Wire, you'll remember the scenes where the precinct commander has to sit before the chiefs and say, and basically fight for their job, to say, this is why you should keep me, and this is why I'm bringing crime down. Well, how do you measure productivity under CompStat policing? You measure it by counting how many summonses did you issue. You measure it by counting how many arrests did you make. So suddenly there's a fight for more arrests and more summonses among precinct commanders, and what you see is that they go after the low-hanging fruit.
But let me ask Bob, how open is the law enforcement community writ large in New Jersey and elsewhere to a detailed discussion of enforcement policies without demonizing people who have a different point of view? Which, because if a cop stand up and go to the legislature and say, this guy is soft on crime, he's dead as a politician. So how open is the law enforcement community to having a real discussion about the issues that we raise?
They're very open, and I worked with the ACLU's predecessor, Deborah Jacobs, on two very such reports like this, where we had major disagreements about the statistical analysis. For example, CompStat policing has now been overtaken by what we call intelligence-led policing, which is a resource-driven, high-level target package. I don't want to get into how CompStat's all done over with in New Jersey. I've worked on
Especially since we only have 3 minutes left.
two governors' crime bills and know that for a fact because I was part of those crime packages, so I was part of that. But they are very open. But if we're using language that casts a net upon the law enforcement community that they are racist or that they're doing something that's inappropriate, we're not entertaining a dialogue that's healthy. Now, when I've worked with the ACLU, with the police officers about confidential informant policies as well as
He says he agrees.
illegals.
Let's stay on marijuana for these last 2 minutes.
Non-accusatory 30-second statement about why law enforcement should support this.
I think it is better for police officers. They will be able to do their job in a better manner if they actually focus on serious crimes and not on low-level, nonviolent offenses like marijuana possession.
Do you agree with Udi's optimism?
I just want to say, I adamantly disagree with anybody who's of the view that we don't need in our society to escalate the discussion about race and the negative ramifications on us who are black. Race is a part of our everyday life and yours, and nobody talks about it. Barack Obama, people like that, to stimulate a more, focused discourse, that brings about some results. I'm 61 years old, Browns. We've been along too. We've been battling this for years, and we need some help.
Bob, let me ask you this: do you share Udi's view that whatever you think about it, the legislature might have an open debate in the next 2 years, about this subject that might lead to reform legislation?
It's my hope that they don't just stop with this particular issue. It's my hope that we stop becoming a blame society and a shame society.
Are you optimistic that they will have a serious debate? One, you'd be proud of about this issue.
Yes, I think that they should do that, and they should think about the collateral consequences of what's happening by warehousing people in jail, mandatory sentences, take the shackles off prosecutors and judges so that we can look at each individual case on its own merits and make decisions so that we don't have to be so draconian. And then after, for the rest of these people's lives, young people, typically, they live attached with the stigma of having a criminal conviction, not the ability to get a job, and it has very draconian consequences.
Bob, I'm going to have to stop you there. You get the last word. With my thanks to all of you, though there is so much more to say about racial bias and criminal justice, the war on drugs, and the ongoing criminal position of pot throughout most of America.
They're the kind of questions we raise here on Due Process, and the reason you'll want to join us next week and every week for cutting-edge issues of justice and law, issues like the ubiquitous nature of the plea bargain. Our show just honored by the New Jersey Broadcasters Association with its annual Best of the Best Award.